Everyone, it's time to pick players for the veto competition. Everybody to the living room. It's time to pick players for the veto competition. Only 6 house guests will participate. The head of household, the 2 nominees, and 3 other players selected by random draw. As HOH, I will pick first. All right, here I go. Boogie and Will. That's my dream team. That's what I need to happen. Will.
All right, Doctor.
Dr. Will.
Doctor.
Janelle? Yeah. I do not want to see Howie or Kaser play in the veto competition.
House guest choice. I don't know. Marcellus?
Okay, all right.
I picked Marcellus because Kaser and Howie wouldn't tell me that they would use it on me. They didn't want to choose between me and James.
It's my first veto competition! Janelle asked me to play for her, and yeah, I was willing to play, but I wasn't gonna help her. She was completely, utterly on her own.
James?
The plan right now is to get rid of Janelle. I would love to see Boogie play in the veto competition. I know he has the same agenda as I do. I thought there was no chance. I feel very good about the choice of Mike Boogie. This could be a good veto competition with good results.
At this point, we got this sealed. Janelle should be going home because there's 5 people against Janelle.
Everyone gather in the living room.
Yay!
Thank you. It's time for the veto competition. Danielle, James, Janelle, Marcellus, Mike, and Will.
Yeah!
Please go to the backyard. The rest of us, we have to stay here, and I will be hosting via microphone.
Oh, I'm gonna be really not good at this.
What's wrong with you people?
Oh no.
God. We walked outside and I saw a Big Brother graveyard.
How are they gonna bury people?
Our normal backyard had been transformed into a cemetery of horror.
What's wrong with them?
I thought for sure we were gonna be buried alive out there.
I'm claustrophobic like a beast.
My biggest fear in life is being buried alive.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got a little nervous because I'm thinking they're gonna bury me alive, and I started hyperventilating. I can't breathe. You gonna? Ooh.
House guest, an evil veto is lurking in the yard. To win this competition, it's scary to think what you might be tempted to do. In fact, you could be digging your own grave.
Ooh.
Everyone hop in your own grave and lay down.
Yeah, this is bad luck.
I hope you are comfortable, because from this moment on, you will have to be as still as a corpse. And quiet as one, too. That means no getting up and no talking.
So part of the rules for the competition was once we laid in our graves, we had to keep our head down, had to shut up, and we were completely oblivious to what anyone else was doing.
You will each start with 40 veto points. I will make you 10 offers. To accept an offer, be the first to buzz in. You can add veto points by accepting an offer that forces you to do an evil deed. Other offers will tempt you to give up veto points in exchange for a heavenly prize.
The goal is to make sure Janelle doesn't win it. And I'm willing to give up anything, everything, to make sure the nominations stay the same. So I expect the same thing from my alliance.
At the end of the competition, the house guest with the most points wins the veto.
Danielle wants Chilltown to win the power of veto. However, we have our own agenda. As long as one of us isn't going up, we don't care what happens.
After the competition, we will reveal the prizes and punishments that have been accepted, but we will not reveal which house guest is responsible.
I desperately need to win this veto. It's the difference between me staying or going, really.
First question, who is willing to have all our beds replaced with army cots and the hot water shut off for the entire house for an entire week in order to win 7 veto points?
The first person to buzz in was the only person who got credit. Depending on what type of question it was, sometimes you had points added, sometimes you had points subtracted.
Because of the dirt next to us and the caskets, you couldn't see your fellow competitors. No one knew what you were buzzing in for. So for someone like me, it was extremely advantageous because the rest of the house would never find out who won what.
Next question. Who is willing to spend 24 hours in solitary confinement with only slop and a camping toilet in order to win 9 veto points?
Are you kidding me? No one's gonna take that, and if they do, they are an absolute psycho.
Question number 3. To win a margarita party for the entire house, who is willing to give up 3 veto points? Margaritas make me want to start kissing Jedis.
Well, then again, we go with the margarita points.
I'm hoping that Marcellus takes all the luxuries and the Legion of Doom takes anything that offers more points, just to make sure Janelle doesn't win the power of veto.
Next question. In order to win a plasma television for yourself, who is willing to give up 5 veto points?
Why am I not playing this?
I told Danielle that I would do whatever to try to win the veto. I, however, at the time I made this promise, did not exactly know there were going to be fabulous prizes like plasma televisions.
Next question. In order to win a phone call from a loved one, who is willing to give up 5 veto points?
I was willing to do anything possible, and the biggest... The biggest sacrifice was the phone call from home. I had to give that up because I'm trying to win the veto to keep everything the same. Because stupid.
House guest, 5 questions to go. Next question. In order to win a trip for 2 to Aruba, who is willing to give up 5 veto points?
I'm not clairvoyant, but I know Mike Boogie pretty well, and I realized he was gobbling up as many prizes as he could.
Next question. Who is willing to put the 4 house guests who are currently not playing this veto competition on flop for the rest of the week in order to win 8 veto points?
Oh, we're gonna get nailed.
Next question. In order to win a personal slot pass for the rest of the summer,
You give up all your veto points.
who is willing to give up 7 veto points? House guests, 2 questions to go. All right, guys, get your chalkboards ready for this one. How many of your veto points are you willing to give up in order to win $5,000 in cash? The highest number will get it. Last question. Who is willing to not play in next week's veto challenge in order to win 10 veto points?
I knew I had to get the last question because if someone else got it, then I wouldn't be coming up the block.
I figured, well, if I get this, then I got it. I locked this, I won the power of veto, and the nominations are going to stay.